After you've written your first name and last name on the back of your white paper, you're going to flip it over. You're going to hold it tall. You're going to take your red paper. You're going to lay your hand on the red paper and you're going to spread out your fingers. Okay? You don't want your fingers so wide that they don't fit on the paper, but you don't want them together either. We want to see each of your fingers. So put your hand on the paper and starting at the bottom of the paper, trace around your fingers. I'm a right-handed person. I draw with my right hand, so I'm going to trace my left hand so that my dominant hand is able to work hard and trace. There's my hand all the way down to the bottom of the paper. You're going to trace your wrist as well. Then you're going to carefully cut it out on the line. You got to go around each and every finger, all 5 fingers, around and around you go. If the scraps get in your way, snip them off and cut, cut, cut all around those fingers. I've got 2 down, 3 to go. Here's number 3. Here's number 4. And finally, number 5. Cutting it all the way down to the wrist. Throw away your scraps. And you're going to glue your hand on the paper, starting at the base, in the middle of the paper like that. You're going to put a racetrack on the hand. Remember, if your glue bottle is closed, you got to give the orange triangle a twist. Pick off any glue. And I'm choosing the side that has the pencil lines because I have a little bit of pencil lines showing. So I'm going to put the glue on this side. Okay, just a scribble of glue on each finger down the wrist. Flip it over and stick it to the middle of your paper. Then you're ready to move on to the next step. You have a tray at your table, looks like this, and there's different kinds of papers there. There's construction paper, there's wrapping papers, and there's heart patterns. You're going to take a paper. I'm going to go with the trickiest one. That's the wrapping paper. And you're going to take the wrapping paper, and I want to get 2 for 1. I want to get a deal. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to fold it in half with the wrapping paper on the inside. I'm going to take my heart, put it on my paper, and I'm going to trace it. Now I folded the paper in half, so when I cut this out, and I'm able to get 2 hearts on one paper, but because I folded it, when I cut them out, I will get, for cutting 1 heart out, I'm going to get 2 hearts out of the deal. So that's my 2 for 1. I get 2 hearts with 1 cutting. See, look, 2 hearts. And I traced them on the white side so I could see. The side with the paper design, it would be too tricky for me to see my hearts. So I drew it on the plain old white side. And then I also won't see my ugly pencil line in case I miss a little bit when I'm cutting. So here's my 2 other hearts. You need to make 4 hearts, cut them out, and you're going to glue them around the hand. Same as last time. Put a little scribble on the back and stick them. Put a little scribble on the back and stick it. Put a little scribble and stick it. And a little scribble and stick it. Now we are ready to move on to printmaking hearts. Okay, so we have a bunch of ways that we're going to do printmaking. One of the stations looks like this. There's heart sponges on a tray, and you take the sponge, dip it in the paint, and press it down, and you'll get a heart pattern. Dip it, push it down, and you get a heart. These could probably use a little bit more paint on them, but you get the idea. Okay, so there's my hearts. Then I go bring my paper to the next station. The next station are these tubes. They're paper towel or toilet paper tubes, and I folded them into a heart shape with a little bit of tape. So you take the end, you dab it in the paint, and you print it. Dab it, print it. Dab it, and print it. Dab it and print it. So there are some more hearts. I'm going to show you another way to make a heart. Okay, here are the next couple of stations for printmaking. One of them, you're going to get the shape of the heart, but you're going to stamp it around. So we're going to take one of these hearts, and I am going to take these dot art, and I'm going to put it up here so we can see it. Hold the heart down, and you're going to dot, 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 dot all around your heart. It's real important that you don't wiggle the heart. You want it to stay still. If it moves, it won't work. Okay, so I leave it and pick it up. There I go. I have a heart. It's a negative copy of my heart. You can do it where the tree branches or the hand is. Okay, go around. And there's another heart. So that's another way you're going to make hearts. Here's another way. We have a tray with little heart stamps that I carved out. Take your heart, dip it in the paint, dab it once, and print it. Dab it, print it. Dab it, and print it. That's another way to make hearts. The last way we're going to make hearts today, you're going to take a cutout hole of a heart. All right, so you have the hole where the heart was, and we're going to use some new pencils, and we have ink pads. So you're going to take your pencil eraser and you're going to dip it, and you're going to make little dots inside of the hole where the heart shape is. Again, you want to keep it very still, because if you wiggle it around, you won't get a good heart shape. Dab it, stamp it, dab it, stamp it, dab it, stamp it, dab it, stamp it. Keep going. You could also mix colors. All right, I could do some, I filled it in with red. I could also take some blue, and I could dab some blue in, and sometimes when you put the blue next to the red, it starts to turn purple. It's like pointillism, because your eye mixes the colors, and the blue works really well on the red heart, the hand, because you don't want red on red. It really doesn't show up very well. Okay, so I stamped it inside, and oh, there you go. There's another way to make a heart. Hope you have fun making all of these heart shapes, and put them all on your heart tree. Good luck.